As creators, we are always trying to find the best influencer platform so that we can connect with brands, get our foot in the door, and hopefully build a beautiful relationship with these brands. Cold pitching can be tedious, exhausting, and honestly could just not get us anywhere, so it makes sense that we flock to these influencer platforms. We know we can actually find the brands there and connect with them. But there are truly so many different influencer platforms out there. How are we supposed to know which ones are actually worthwhile? Well, today I'm sharing with you all of my favorite influencer platforms that I've had the most success on in the last 3+ years of being a full-time creator. Hello my friends, I'm Kristen and welcome to my channel. I am a content creator myself as well as the owner of Soulcialmate and Social Scoop podcast, where we help entrepreneurial creators learn how to monetize their online influence and creativity into a profitable, self-sustaining business. Don't forget that there are timestamps down below in the description so that you can pop around and find what you're looking for. If you want to learn more about finding success on influencer platforms, don't forget to listen to our podcast episode with the Creator Initiatives Manager, Danny Desatnik at #paid. You can find the link to that in the description below. The first influencer platform that I want to talk about is probably one of my favorites. It's called Aspire. Some brands that I've worked with on Aspire are Hush Puppies, HelloFresh, Ruggable, Michaels, Hippies, Vistaprint, 1-800-Contacts, Raw Generation, Poppy, and Choice Organics. So it's safe to say that there are a lot of really great brands on there that you can build connections with. It's easily the platform that I've had the most success with in all of my years of being a creator. On Aspire, you can browse through ambassador opportunities as well as paid opportunities. Out of these paid opportunities, some of the brands have their rates capped at a certain point, and some of them allow you to bid on the project. Now, Aspire does suggest a rate a lot of the times for you as a creator with the information that you give in the platform, but in my experience, the rate's a lot lower than what I would typically charge. So I don't think you necessarily need to go by that 100%. What I love about Aspire too is that you can talk back and forth with the brands through their messenger section so that you can negotiate with the brand and make sure that you're on the same page about all the campaign requirements. Another thing about Aspire is to make sure that you're reading the agreements all the way through, because a lot of the partnerships do have perpetual usage included in the contract that automatically populates with Aspire, and I always negotiate that out. If you're curious about perpetual usage and why it's a big no-no, let me know in the comments and I can make a video for you on that. Now, when working with a brand on Aspire, you submit all of your content through Aspire, they approve it, and you do your payments through Aspire as well. And now more than ever, Aspire is looking for nano and micro creators. So if you feel like you have a low follower count, do not let that stop you from getting on the platform. Now, on Aspire, if you're looking to connect with brands and you're unsure of what to say, we have some really great scripts in our pitching and negotiations ebook that is available for free for all of our private membership community members. So if you're looking to get in on the coolest creator club out there, make sure you check out the link in the description to check out our membership. It literally costs less than your Starbucks coffee every week, and you get everything you need to be a successful creator and turn this into a business. Next up, I want to talk about #paid. Some brands that I've worked with on #paid are Newly, Kinky Vodka, Rosado Wines, A to Z Wineworks, and Cerebral Health. There's two different options for getting partnerships on Aspire. First, you can actually look through their job board where you can see a lot of the different jobs that they have available to apply for, or brands can actually engage you if you're a creator that they're really interested in working with. Then from there, you have the option to actually formally apply to that partnership if it's something that feels like it aligns with you. One thing to note about #paid as well is they do have a lot of UGC, user-generated content, or content creation collaborations if you are someone who's looking to dip your toes into that a little bit more. The great thing about #paid is that most of the partnerships are #paid. So you don't have to worry about negotiating any sort of payment because most of them already do say they are going to be paying the creator for the deliverables. On #paid, you can also message the brand back and forth just like you can on Aspire to negotiate with them. And same thing, all of your content is going to get submitted through #paid, and then you'll do the payment process there as well. Also, a random thing about #paid is because they are based in Canada, there are a lot of different Canadian opportunities there if you're watching from Canada. Next up, I want to talk about Activate Social. This is another platform that I've had a lot of success with. It is easily in my top 3. Some brands that I've worked with there are Nurex, Carmex, GoDaddy, AHA Sparkling Water, Luigi's Italian Ice, and San Pellegrino. Now, brands can actually go on to Activate and they can list campaigns so that you can see a full job board of all the campaigns that there is that they offer. Now, one thing that's really great to know and a great thing to utilize on Activate is that a lot of the times the brands and the agencies are posting them on their own, so they are frequently using this platform. You can actually start to build rapport with the agencies and the brands on Activate, and then I typically will go apply whenever I see the agencies that I have a really great relationship with, because I know that they already know the quality of my work and what it's like to work with me. So it's a little bit easier for me to get my foot in the door with those collaborations. Now, a brand can also specifically invite you to a campaign if they find you and really want to work with you as well. You can also sort through the partnerships by compensation, collaboration type, or different platforms. They do offer different types of collaboration like flat fee, bid, non-cash, or performance-based. Now, most brands that I've worked with on Activate actually run everything through the Activate platform, including content submission, but there are definitely times where I've worked with brands where they take everything to email and we do all of our messaging there. What's really cool about Activate is they also give you a tasks tab where you can actually go and see the tasks that are required of you for any campaigns that you've been engaged in. And typically I am paid right through the Activate platform, which goes directly into my bank account. The next platform that we're going to talk about is PopPays or Popular Pays. I'll be totally honest with you here. This is a platform that I just recently got on, so I actually haven't worked with any brands on PopPays. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up today is because everyone that I've talked to about it absolutely loves it. On the platform, you can browse through all of the different gigs that these companies put on for creators to apply to, and you can sort the gig by platform and UGC, so there are a lot of content creation opportunities on PopPays as well. Probably more than any other platform that I've actually mentioned today. Now, some campaigns do have a set rate that if you don't agree with that rate, there isn't a negotiation option, while some other campaigns allow you to bid on the job, and then they basically will see if they have room in their budget and want to work with you. Also, make sure that when you are applying to campaigns on PopPays, you look through all of the usage requirements very, very closely, because there typically are perpetual usage or some sort of full usage rights, and you may not want to give that away, especially if it's a campaign that has a set rate that's maybe a little bit lower than you were already thinking and you can't negotiate with it. Next, we're going to talk about Fohr, F-O-H-R. Some brands that I've worked with on Fohr are Frangelico, Ollie Vitamins, Shutterfly, and Suave. My favorite thing about Fohr is that it shows you so much information about your account as a creator. I don't know about you, but I'm super into numbers. I love looking at the analytics of my account, and this gives you a really, really interesting perspective with tons of graphs and charts to really see where you stand as a creator. To find jobs on Fohr, there are some things that you need to know. So Fohr has a bulletin area where it's essentially a posting of all of the campaigns that they have active for you to apply to. I have not once gotten a partnership through applying through the bulletin. Now, this may be just coincidence, but I think it's worth mentioning. Any partnerships that I've secured with Fohr have been through email. Because I'm registered on the platform, they will find me if I'm a good fit, send me an email saying, hey, we have this campaign that we think you'd be really great for, here are all the details. I negotiate a rate, and it's really just like any other partnership through an agency or with a brand directly versus an influencer platform. So if you are feeling like you're on Fohr and you're not getting any partnerships through the bulletin, stay on the platform, because you may get an email one day where you are a great fit for a campaign. Now, when it comes to submitting content for anything that you get through the bulletin or anything that you do through email with Fohr, you actually will do all of that through the Fohr platform. And typically they will pay me through bill.com for any partnerships on Fohr. The last one that I want to talk about here is called IZEA. Some brands that I've worked with on IZEA are Humphreys, Witch Hazel, T-Mobile, Truist, and Skintimate. Now, I'll be honest with IZEA, it's not my favorite platform because I don't think that there's consistently enough new jobs that I get matched to, at least, that I'm interested in applying to. But from time to time, when I do check it, I see there might be one or two that I want to apply to, and so it's always worth it. One thing to know about IZEA is that same with Fohr, there's a lot of brands that use IZEA to host their campaigns, but they may not allow every creator to see those campaigns to apply to. So they may actually cast you through email and then have you go on to IZEA to, again, submit all of your content drafts, get the brief, get paid, and all of the logistics. Through the IZEA platform and applying, I have worked with Truist and Humphreys Witch Hazel, but any other partnership that I've done there has been where I've been engaged through email and then I've been asked to get on IZEA so that they can do all the logistics in one place. For the partnerships that you can apply to, you do have the option for most of those partnerships to bid on the job or submit your own rates. And like all the other platforms, you can talk back and forth with the brand so that you can negotiate, which I think is a great feature in an influencer platform. Now, obviously there are so many different influencer platforms. I only talked about a few of them today, but I do have some honorable mentions that I would love for you to get signed up on. There is from time to time some really good opportunities there. Maverick is a great one. Typically they just send me campaign opportunities through email, so I always make sure that I look for an email from them. Quotient and Acorn are two desktop websites where you can go on and browse partnerships and see if there's anything that you're interested in. And then there's an app called Takumi where essentially you will be able to browse partnerships as well. Very few and far between, but I have worked with some really great brands like Chapstick through Takumi. Now, I'm super curious to hear which one of these platforms is your favorite. And if you're looking to hear more about my influencer platform best practices, let me know in the comments so I can create a video for you on that. Now, if you've made it this far and you are not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button so that you can get all of the tea as we share it with you creators. And make sure to turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss anything that we're sharing with you. Also, don't forget that if you want to learn more about influencer platforms, we do have a really great podcast episode with the Creator Initiatives manager, Danny DeSatnik, at #paid. This was one of my favorite episodes. He has so much education to offer us. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.